What's going on, guys? Today I just wanted to make a video talking about my experience. Totally unscripted. I don't really even know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to talk from the experience I have as trying to make it in this game as a trader for 10 years now, maybe 11. My first trade, I think, was in 2014, maybe 2015. But yeah, I've been in and out of this game for 10 years trying to make it. The longer that I do this for, the more I don't necessarily believe in that term make it. I don't think a trader ever necessarily makes it. I think you have periods of profitability, and at any point, any trader can blow that up. You could be profitable and think you have made it for however long. In my experience, the longest sprout of profitability I probably had was maybe, 3 to 6 months. Probably not 6 months, probably 3 to 5 months. It's probably my longest go at profitability where I was, locked in, making good trades, not over trading, taking consistent profits, getting withdrawals to the account. Uh, Probably 3 to 5 month period total that I had that for. And then other short periods sprinkled in there throughout the 10 years. But most of my experience was falling on my face over and over again, where I would have some really good trades, really good days, really good weeks, and give it all back. The first few years of my trading career was mainly just gambling. Didn't know about options then. I was just trading penny stocks based off of Timothy Sykes. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to get rich doing this. Yeah, buy a penny stock worth 5 cents. It'll rip. It'll be good. He's calling out 500% bangers every other week, from what I see. But when reality sets in and you try and catch those and you buy the top and then it tanks and then you're sitting in some garbage penny stock for weeks or months begging for it to go to 300%. It's dumb. It's ridiculous. But that was the first few years. I feel like everyone kind of gets started in a sense of that now more than ever, post COVID. Now with these meme coins, I haven't touched any of them. But that brings me to a good point that a lot of traders, myself included, there's really no reason for me to be at 10 years right now and not be more consistently profitable than what I am. The only thing that really, that really set me back all these years, 10 years, a decade, is me actively trying to get rich basically every day. No amount of profit really made me that happy. I was always chasing more, always wanting more. I wasn't fully focused on the process of trading. I was just fully focused on the money and how much it can run. And I don't want to take profits too early. And the red days would just hit me way, way, way harder than what green days provided in happiness. A small green day felt like a losing day. A losing day, feel terrible. And you think, it's okay. I'm just going to keep trading and I'll get it back. I just want to get back to even. Just want to get back to even. And that's what a lot of traders experience in the beginning. Learning how to deal with taking losses. But I feel like a lot of people don't talk about the fact that winners don't feel as good. Something about the human condition. I don't know what it is, but winners just, they don't feel as good. They feel good, don't get me wrong, but they just don't feel as good, as bad as the losers make you feel. Even small losses. But at the end of the day, like, that general overarching mindset was, I need to get rich. And that was basically my entire, that's what led every decision in the background that I made for 9 years. It really wasn't until this last year where it's like, okay, Greg, obviously you're not going to give up on this. I love trading so much with the opportunity that it provides you that there's no going back for me. There's no going back. I have seen, I've gotten glimpses, I've felt the rewards, reaped the benefits for periods of time of what this can do for you for a lifetime. And once you get that, once you feel that, there's really no going back. I mean, I think the first options trade I ever took, I made like $150 on Apple. And I was working at a bowling alley pro shop at the time, and that was more than I made in like 2 days working the pro shop. And I made it in like, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour. And there's really nowhere else that you could do that. And it just gets you hooked. It makes you think. It tricks you. It makes you think, oh, just get rich doing this. But that thought, I'm trading to get rich, is what holds you back. It's what's held me back. You hear it all the time from traders, you know. It's all about how you handle losses. You could not be a trader at all and be able to sell courses and sell things to people. You could be not profitable at all, but you know what it can take to become profitable, but not be willing or able to do it, which I think is a lot of what's going on the internet, on Twitter, on everything right now. Is, you know, there's people that maybe aren't even profitable or haven't really even been in this game for long, but they just say the right things. You know, manage your risk. It's all about controlling how you feel after a loss, being able to accept a loss. Like, yeah, yeah, obviously, 100%. But how the hell do you get there when the human condition despises it? And for me, I've felt a shift in the last year, really growing off of that. Each month, it just gets stronger and stronger. I'm getting better and better at a faster rate than I ever have. And it took me a freaking decade to get this feeling. I've had this feeling before, but it's different this time because I know the traps that good trading can get you into, bad trading can get you into. And no matter how many winning days I have in a row, I totally get that there is no making it. Trading is a day by day thing. What are you going to do today? It takes one day of not being able to control your emotions to give back everything. That is the dangerous reality of trading. That's the dangerous reality of it. So really, what's changed is I accepted the fact that I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. Whether it takes me 30 years to get profitable, I don't care because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Period. This is what gets me out of bed in the morning besides my family, everything else. Trading is what gets me out of bed in the morning. And I stopped thinking about the money. Stop thinking about it. I think about all the other blessings I have in my life. And if you think you don't have blessings, you have blessings. Just look a little harder. Look at all the things that you do have. Roof over your head, your dog, your pet, your family. You eat food, you get to eat, you get to take showers. Thinking of these things and being grateful for everything and not being so attached and just not being so attached to the money and the outcome of what you're doing, but instead focusing on executing better, understanding what mistakes you do make, when these mistakes occur most often, tracking and journaling what you're doing. But at the end of the day, it's a game between you and yourself. The other hardest thing for me in trading has been, kind of accepting the money. You could click a button and make, a couple $100 in minutes. To me, that's a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money really to anyone. Like, click a button, make a couple $100, like, sure. And when that happens, it almost feels too easy. And I had a very hard time accepting that money and feeling like I deserve it or I earn it, and subconsciously I would just give it back. And I've battled my mind over and over and over and over again for years of, you know, thinking that this is just a dream. You can't actually do this. This isn't real. You can't click a button, look at some candlesticks, and all of a sudden be able to pay for everything your family needs. Like, that thought is there for me. Depending on how you grow up, how you grew up with the wealth, whether you're upper class, middle class, lower class, whatever it was, that is your money mindset. And I feel like if you come from a lower class or middle class, it's harder to accept that money coming in than it may be for others. So that's a hurdle that has been an adjustment. But after 10 years of trying and failing, it's like, yeah, if I get good at this, I freaking deserve it. Like, I deserve that money. And there's so much money that gets traded in the stock market every day. I don't know what the number is, but it's a ton. Like, maybe $1 trillion. I have no idea. It's a lot of freaking money. My couple $100 trade means nothing to the stock market. It means nothing. I could make 30 million next year in the stock market, and the stock market wouldn't care. But focusing on that process of each day, each trade is what it is. And you can do it. But after a decade, if there's, anything the market's really taught me, is to be grateful for what I have and not try and get rich. Do not try to get rich. You already are. You're already rich. You're just not looking hard enough. And until you can figure that out, until you can be content with what you have and focus on trading as a process, as a sport, it's hard. It's it's so hard, but it's so incredibly easy, right? Doing a push-up, easy. Doing 1,000 push-ups, hard. That's what trading is. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my rant today for you. That's a decade of trading. If you made it to the end, let me know. Comment, don't try to get rich. But yeah, that's a video. See you guys.